Okay, we'll start. So hope everyone are seeing the screen here. Welcome to day 2, and this is the screen 2. And what we learned yesterday, so we learned about trade, we learned about commerce, what is business, and about the barter system, and what do you mean by the entity, and what is a transaction. In the transaction, we learned about the credit and cash transaction, and we learned about assets. In the assets, fixed asset and current asset. So what is a trade? Can anyone tell what is trade? What is trade?
Buying and
Buying
selling of
and
goods.
selling the goods.
Very good, excellent. So what is commerce? Commerce is nothing but trade plus other activities.
Other activities.
Yeah, what is business? Business is something, the transaction between the two people or the two businesses for gaining the profit or the mutual benefit. Barter system, exchange of goods to goods, exchange of goods to goods, or exchange of goods with goods, correct? And what is entity? Entity is nothing but which is having an individual existence. Example of entity, Wipro.
Organization,
Very good.
industries,
Yeah,
enterprises.
that is the other name for entity. Other name for entities are organization, company, firm, enterprise, etc. So examples of entity are Wipro, Infosys, TCS, Big Bazaar, Toyota, Maruti, everything, anything you can tell. What is a transaction? Transaction is nothing but, what is
Which
transaction?
happens between two people.
Excellent. And we have the credit
Exchange
cash.
of money.
Excellent. What is credit? Credit transaction. You buy the item now,
Buy now, pay
pay
later.
later. Excellent. Cash means, cash transaction means you pay
Buy
the
now,
cash
pay now.
immediately.
Buy now, pay now.
Excellent. Very good.
Buy now, pay now.
What are assets? Assets is the useful thing for the
Useful and
business.
valuable
Valuable
things.
thing.
And it is value. For example, which are the fixed assets? Land, building, furniture, machinery, or fixed asset. If you sell that, what you will get? If you sell
Money.
that, you will get. If you sell the land, you will get money. If you sell the building, you will get money. So that's why it is have value. What is current asset? Immediate cash. Okay, once you sell it immediately, you will get the cash. So that is called as current asset. And today's class, we'll see liable. You see this picture? What does the picture says?
Money, giving money.
Just read and tell what is liability for me. Liability
The
is nothing
amount
but
which company has to pay.
pay. That's it. See the picture. If you see, it is very clear. Say one person is giving the money, other person is receiving the money. The person who is giving the money is, let us say, it is a company which has give money to some other people, and receiver is the one who receives the money. Okay. For example, receiver may be bank. So this picture, what does it say? That means the company has taken a loan from the bank. Or for example, you might have taken 100 rupees from your friend last month. So you have to give it back, right? The friend would have told, no man, next month I need that money back. So you have to give that money back. That means you have used that money last month. So what is that? You are liable to your friend, correct? The liable means the amount which company has to pay. Understood?
Yeah.
So in accounting terms, what is long-term liability? Liability, you understood, the amount which company has to pay, or anyone who has to pay the money, still it is pending. We are not given the full amount to the receiver. So that means we are liable to pay the amount to that person. So that is called as liability. And what is long-term liability? Liability we understood. Liability means debt. ಸಾಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಸಾಲ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಹಿಂದಿಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ कर्जा लिया है हमने, हमको वापस लौटाना है. That we call it as liability. What is long-term liability? Long-term liability means The
Paying
amount which
after
pay after
long
1 year.
time.
That means it may take, you have to, for example, your dad has taken loan from the bank. He has taken the loan for 5 years term or 10 years term. Housing loans and all, they'll go for 15 years and 20 years. So that means we have to pay the money back to the bank because the bank has given us the loan to take the house. So that is called as long-term liability. That means year on year, you have to, every month you need to pay the amount to the bank. So that is pay after 1 year is called as long-term liability. What is short-term liability? Pay within 1 year. Within 1 year only you have to pay. That is called as short-term liability. Okay. Chikka sala. Okay. Chota sa karza antaralla, chikkadu. So that is called as short-term liability. The amount which company, see in all the three, liability says the amount which company has to pay. Here also see the amount which company has to pay. Short-term liability, the amount which company has to pay. So in all the three things, the amount which company has to pay is coming. That means we need to return the money back to the receiver. What is long-term liability? Pay after 1 year. That means it is long-term. Short-term means pay within 1 year. Okay, these examples and all you will understand once I complete after 1 week or so. So now you don't get too much into the examples and all. I'll explain one by one. Okay. So now you understood what is liability, and in that liability, what is long-term liability and what is short-term liability. And coming to the next slide, capital. The next slide is visible to all.
Yeah.
Yeah, capital, right? What is capital? It is not what is capital of Karnataka, which is the capital of India. It is not so. So the capital in business is called as the amount invested by the investor. For example, you are going to start the new business. What you need to start the business? You need money,
Money.
right? The first amount when the business is starting, you need to collect some money. Okay, that money you have to invest. You can see these pictures here, right side. So you have to invest to grow the
Yes.
business. See here, you need to take this money and put it in the business to start the business, because business means you need land, you need factory shed, you need machineries, you need labors, water supply, power supply, so many things, and you need to buy the raw material, then packing material, transportation. See, so many things are coming into picture. Will it happen free? No, you need to put money. So the amount invested by the owner. Who is the owner? Who is the person who is going to start the business? Who owns the business is called as the owner. So the amount invested by the owner is called as capital. Okay. So since you people are getting into commerce, so you should understand all these terms. All these terms daily you'll be hearing in the TV or in the newspaper, so that you people should be aware of what is capital. Capital means from today onwards you should tell it is money invested. First time the money is invested by the owner. And there is a formula for it. What is capital? Capital is equal to assets minus liabilities. We have seen what is asset. Asset is something which is valuable, right? Example, land, building, machinery, furniture, etc. So all those things are called as assets. That means money is converted into other form, right? If you give money, what you get? You get land, you get building, you get machinery, you get furniture. So money is converted into asset. So that's why capital is equal to asset minus liability. Liability means I told we have to give money to others, or the company has to give money to bank. That means someone has to give money to someone. That means we have to give money to others. That means debt, sala. Okay, that is liability. So assets means whatever the value is there minus whatever amount I need to pay back. So if you minus assets with liability, it becomes capital. So this is very, 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 very important. Okay, till you finish your CA, if you are interested, chartered accountancy, so you should know this. This is the basic formula for the accountancy. This is the foundation formula for the accountancy. So what is capital? Capital is the amount invested by the owner. And what is formula for the capital? It is assets minus liability. So already you know what is asset, what is liability. Okay, so please, children, this is very, very important. Note down somewhere and keep it. And next, we will move to voucher. What do you mean by voucher? Have you heard of the name voucher, cash voucher, or have you heard of the name receipt?
Yes.
Have you heard the name bill? When you, for
Yes, sir.
example, PK store is there, right? PK store is there in Kadagodi, or Big Bazaar is there in some other area. Okay, and you people go there and buy some items there like rice, ragi, jowar, then soap, everything you buy it. After that, you need to stand in a queue in the counter, and what after that you pay the money either through the cash or the debit card or the credit card, isn't it? Or you make the Paytm transfer or UPI pay. So anything you can transfer the amount to them. Then after that, what they're going to give? They're going to give
Bill.
bill. Okay, the bill is nothing but the voucher. Okay, or it can be also called as receipt. It can also be called as invoice. Clear, children? You should understand these terms. Voucher. Henceforth, when you go to shop and take the bill, you should remember all these terms. That means it is a voucher, or it can be called as a receipt, or it can be called as a invoice. It can also be called as a cash memo. So all these terms will start coming up, and you should not get confused. What these fellows are telling invoice? I don't know what is invoice. That means you should, from now onwards, you should start thinking in this direction. You should know all the terms. Okay. Generally, they tell receipt. Hey, get the receipt for me. Get the invoice for me. Get the cash voucher for me. Get the cash memo for me. So you should know it is a voucher. What is a then? What is the inner meaning of voucher? It is a documentary evidence for the transaction. Correct? What you are doing when you go to the shop, you are trading, you're giving money and buying the items. So that is called as trading. For that, the proof should be there, right? What is the proof? That means he is going to give the receipt or the bill, right? So that is the evidence that the transaction is completed. That evidence is called as voucher. It is a documentary evidence for the transaction. Clear? Now next, what is goods? You might have studied in social studies and all, right? The Britishers used to bring their goods and sell it in India and take the goods from India and go to England and sell their goods at higher prices. You might have studied in 10th standard also, right? So what is goods
Yes.
then? Goods is nothing but products. Products. It can be anything. It can be book. It can be pen. It can be pencil. It can be what do you call pages or the paper or the ink, or it can be cycle, it can be scooter, it can be car, anything which you are going to buy it after giving the money, that is called as goods. It can be anything, it can be food also, it can be apple. Okay, so everything is called as goods. Okay, so goods are also called as products. Excuse me. Goods are also called as products. The products dealt by the trader. Who is a trader now? The person who is sitting in the shop. Okay, the person who is sitting in the shop. Why he is called as trader? Because he has got different types of products. If you go to the shop, will you buy only rice there? No, there will be a lot of things. You can buy rice, you can buy dal there, ragi there, jowar, soap products, agarbatti, whatever you ask, everything he is going to give. That's why the shopkeepers are called as traders. Okay, so what are goods? Goods is nothing but the products. Products are dealt by whom? It should be dealt by the trader. The shopkeeper is called as trader. Okay, example, stationery products. As I showed you, book, pen, pencil, paper, ink, everything is called as product or goods. Okay, because in accounting, while you're doing the accountancy, so you will not call it as a product, you will call it as goods. Goods received, goods dispatched. Goods received, goods dispatched. So you should know this term goods, but it is nothing but product. Okay, and coming to the drawings, have you seen the drawings? Have you heard of the drawings? not what are the sketch you make. Sketch is not called as drawing here. In accountancy or in business, drawings means, have you heard your dad or mom saying that go to ATM and draw the cash? Everyone knows, right? So drawing, that draw is nothing but drawing. That draw the money is nothing but drawings. Okay, once you draw the money, it is called as drawings. That means, for example, your dad will have 100 rupees with him. He will give 10 rupees as a pocket money to you. That means you have drawn 10 rupees from your dad. Okay, that is a meaning. Simple. 100 rupees is there with your dad, and dad is giving 10 rupees to you. That means you are drawing, or you have drawn 10 rupees from your dad. Likewise, from ATM also you can see the picture, you're drawing the money or you're drawing the cash. Okay, so that is called as drawing. That means taking away. Okay, taking away. First, what you have done? You have done the investment. What is that investment called first? It is called as capital. Correct? The first, what are the investment you're doing to the business is called as capital. So from that, if you take cash or goods or assets from the business, it is called as drawings, right? What is the drawings? In cash you understood. Capital, you would have put some 1 lakh rupee at the start of the business. You would have put 1 lakh rupee as a capital, and you are going to withdraw 50,000 from it. That means you're drawing the cash. Goods, 1 lakh rupee of investment you invested in the business, and you have brought the products. For example, oranges you have bought to sell it in the market. Okay, in that oranges you have taken some oranges to home. That means it is called as drawing of goods. What is asset? You have the building, you have bought the land or the building, and you are going to sell it. That means you'll be getting the cash. So that means drawing of assets. So be very clear. So there are three types of drawings. One is cash drawing. That means money you are taking from the capital. What is goods? You are taking the products from the stock. Assets means you are selling the land or building or the machinery or the furnitures from the business. So you should be very, very clear about the drawings. Drawings means taking away. Okay, taking cash, goods or assets from what? From the business. Clear? And you can see the pictures here. See here. First is taking the cash from the ATM. Second picture, bottom, what does it show? It says drawing the goods. See, it is a warehouse. Inside the warehouse, there are lot of goods kept. Different types of goods are kept in the box. And see this gentleman. This gentleman is taking away the goods. That means he is drawing the goods from the stores, from the business. And what is this building I have put here? This is called as warehouse. What is a warehouse? WAREHOUSE, house, warehouse. Warehouse means it is a place, a big building where it is empty inside. There is no walls there. It is only plain place inside to keep the stock. See, this is the picture inside the warehouse. Okay, that is called as warehouse. Understood? So we understood what is goods, what is drawings. I think someone is talking. Can you please put on the mute? Yeah, thank you. Um, so come to other thing. Stock. What is stock or inventory? What is stock? Have you seen your mom keeping the stock? Stock of vegetables, stock of tomato, stock of potatoes or onions in the house? Yes, everyone keeps the stock. That is stock is called as inventory. Okay, stock or also it can be called as inventory. That means if you in the shop, if you are going to keep in the shop or the warehouse, first you see this picture. Are you able to see the picture here? The warehouse, WARE, warehouse. It is called as warehouse. Wherever you go and see these kind of sheds, this is called as warehouse. What is a warehouse? If you see the right side picture, inside the warehouse, the picture will be like this. That means all the stock, all the products, or all the goods are neatly arranged like this. So the goods, where the goods are stored, where the goods are stored, that is called as warehouse. From this warehouse, what you do, you supply to the small shops near your house. There will be a lot of shops, right? So there will be small shops. To the shops, you are going to supply these products, and that shop owner is called as a trader. He is going to sell the product to us. Have you heard the name Godon? Godon. What is Godon? Godon is a place where we stock the things or we store the
It's a
things.
storage barn.
Excellent. So that is nothing but, that is called as Godon is nothing but warehouse. Okay, in new terminology we call it as warehouse. Otherwise, in the olden terms, it is called as Godon. In Kadagodi, there is FCI Godon. You know that? What is FCI? Food Corporation of India. What they do in Kadagodi? So they store all the food grains. Okay, that is called as a Godon, or it is also called as a warehouse. So in FCI, what is the product? Product is nothing but food grains. Okay, so that is called as they stock it or store it. Storing is called as stocking. Okay, storing, stocking, or inventory, all the three are same terms, but in accountancy we call it as stock or inventory. That means the unsold goods, still they have not sold the goods, or unused materials in the warehouse, that you should understand. So what is the stock now? The unsold goods or unused material in the warehouse, that is stock. And in stock there are two types, one is closing stock, other one is opening stock. So what is the closing stock? The value of stock at the end of the year. That means value means the worth, how much stock we are holding. We are holding 10 lakh rupees of stock, 10 lakh rupees worth of stock. So that is called as closing stock at the end of the year. For example, December is the end of the year, right? At first 31st December, how much we have sold and how much is left out. Left out is called as closing stock. How much is left out? We need to count it. Count number of box here and multiply by that individual unit. We'll get the rupees amount. So for example, 10 lakhs is the opening closing value. That is called as closing stock. What is opening stock? The value of the stock at the beginning of the year. Okay, beginning of the year. So 31st we would have closed, right? Closed the accounts. And when it will open? It will open on 1st January. At that time, what is the opening stock? It will be almost same. Okay, closing stock and opening stock will be almost same, unless otherwise. For example, think that 31st December night 12 o'clock you have closed it. Okay, you have closed. No new material should be allowed inside. So you should close the warehouse and count the number of items inside and multiply by the individual value. So you'll get the total amount, right? That is closing stock. And for example, January 1st, early morning, 6 o'clock, you will get some another 5 lakhs worth of material. So how much will be the opening stock then? It will be 15 lakhs. 31st December, you closed, you counted everything. How much was there? 10 lakhs worth of material was there. 10 lakhs was there. So early morning, 6 o'clock, January 1st, you got another 5 lakhs of material. So what is the opening stock then? Excuse me. So it will be 10 lakhs plus 5 lakhs, that is 15 lakhs. Okay, that is opening stock. So now we understood what is a stock, what is closing stock, what is opening stock. So what is a stock? Stock is also called as inventory. Okay, storing of products is called as stock, or also called as inventory. The unsold goods or unused material in the warehouse, that is stock. What is closing stock? The value of stock at the end of the year. Opening stock, the value of the stock at the beginning of the year. Clear? So let us move on to the next terminology. Are you able to see the next slide, which I have pushed it now? Got it? What you're seeing here?
Yes, sir.
What are you seeing here? Debtors. Okay, what is debtors? Debtors means the person or entity who own money to the business for buying goods or services. The person or entity. Entity means business. Okay, or a company. The person or the company who own money to the business for buying goods or services on credit. Okay, that is debtor. That means company has to get money. Okay, the company has to get money from the debt. That means already they have taken some amount from the company. See, this person has taken the amount from the company. This person has also under debt. That means he has taken some amount from the company. So that means who has to give the money to the company? Company has to get money. Okay, these two people have to give money to the company. Those people are called as debtors. In Kannada, what they say? ಸಾಲಗಾರರು. ಸಾಲಗಾರರು ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಸಾಲಗಾರರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೆಬ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಹೂ ಹಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್ ದಿ ಡೆಬ್ಟ್. ಸಾಲವನ್ನು ಪಡೆದವರನ್ನು ಸಾಲಗಾರರು ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಡೆಬ್ಟರ್ಸ್. Okay, who has to get the money now? Company has to get the money. Why company has to get the money? Because company has given the money to them, so they have to get the money back. Now come to creditors. Creditors. Can someone put the call on the mute, please? There is a lot of disturbance. So what is creditors? Creditors means, you can see this picture. Are you able to see the picture here? See, the creditor means the company. Think that the company is here, the small company which is crying here, because he is giving the company is giving the amount back to the creditor. Now what is a creditor? Who is a creditor? The person or a business who is going to give the money, like financial companies. Or creditor can be bank also. Bank also gives the money, right, on loan. Or financial companies also give money on loan. So the company which gives money, the company which has to give the money to the creditor, that means company has to give money. Why company has to give money? Because company has taken loan, or company has taken money from the creditor. Understood now? Clear? Debtors, creditors. And who is a debtor? The person who has taken money, okay, from the company. That means company has to get the money. Creditors, the company has to give money. That means company has taken a loan. So now here creditors means who all will come? Creditors means bank will come, and financial companies will come into picture. So those are called as creditors. So clearly understand all these terms: debtors, creditors. Clear, children? Now what is the time? I think it's already 10:05, right? So we'll take the attendance. Just give me a minute. Okay. You see the participant here. Oh, you people are able to understand, right? Or you need some more detailed explanation, or I am going too much slow or too much fast? One minute. So one more request to all students is that you please, as I requested, mention your name and the school. Shailesh, I think he has done a very fantastic job. See, he has put his name, and in the bracket he has put the school name. So I want in the same manner, okay? So that is a good practice. Even Trisha Chauhan also done the good job.